Advancement in the Soviet army can be rapid. Continue to accumulate victories, and the future is yours. One of our convoys is moving through enemy territory. You have been assigned to defend the convoy as they move through the area. Be sure that they reach their destination intact. As a reward for your esteemed service, you have been given a great honor. Our latest advancement in air warfare, the MiG attack aircraft, is at your disposal. Essentially a bomber. Use it to destroy heavy concentrations of Allied armor. With this and your standard complement of Yak aircraft, you should have no problem in keeping the convoy safe.
Reinforcements have arrived. New construction options. Reinforcements have arrived. Convoy approaching.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative. Awaiting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Awaiting. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Waiting order. Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Vehicle acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Spike
Yes,
plane
sir.
ready.
Vehicle affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Report acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Vehicle acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting affirmative. Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Awaiting orders. Acknowledge. Awaiting acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Comrade. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Spike plane
Acknowledged.
ready. Select target.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Comrade. Affirmative.
Spy plane
Yes,
ready.
sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Select target.
Awaiting. Affirmative. Awaiting. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Reporting. Waiting order. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledge.
Signal flare
Yes, sir.
detected.
Acknowledge.
Reinforcements
Yes,
have
sir.
arrived.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready. Select target.
Awaiting acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Awaiting orders. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Spy plane ready. Building. Select target. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade, affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Comrade. Acknowledged. sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Comrade, acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Report, acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Waiting order. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Spy plane ready. Select target.
Reporting. Comrade. Affirmative.
Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Waiting order.
Building.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Vehicle acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Engineering. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready. Structure
Very well.
sold.
Engineering. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes. Engineering. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Awaiting affirmative.
Select target.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Timer started. New construction options. Structure
Very
sold.
well. Reporting. Acknowledged. Report. Affirmative. Reporting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Building.
Waiting orders. At once. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Acknowledged. Very well. Agreed.
Timer started.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Report affirmative. At once. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. At once. Reporting. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Very well. Very well. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
10 minutes.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Select target. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. At once. At once. Very well. Reporting. At once. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. At once. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Mission accomplished.